Do you want to host a professional meeting that will impress your colleagues and make you look like a pro? If so, you need to watch this video because I'm going to share with you my top 10 tips for meeting etiquette that will make your meetings more productive, efficient and enjoyable. Trust me, these tips will change the way you run your meetings forever. Stay to the end and I'll share with you a special template as well that you can send out before your meetings for that extra professional look. Tip 1. Have a clear goal for your meeting. Before you schedule a meeting, ask yourself, what do I want to achieve from this meeting? If you don't have a clear answer, you might not need a meeting at all. A good meeting should have a specific context and objective, and everyone should know what they are before the meeting starts. Tip 2. Invite only the essential people. Don't waste people's time by inviting them to a meeting they don't need to attend. Also, before you send the invite, if possible, reach out and talk to them in person or over the phone. Explain the purpose of the meeting and how they can contribute. This way, they will be prepared and interested in the meeting, and you will avoid unnecessary interruptions and distractions. Tip 3. Send out a detailed agenda with time limit estimates. A good agenda is the backbone of a good meeting. It should outline the topics, the order, and the time allocated for each item. This will help you stay on track, avoid rambling, and respect everyone's time. You should also provide any relevant materials or information that the attendees need to review before the meeting, and give them enough time to do so. Tip number 4. Stick to the agenda and handle off-topic issues later. Sometimes a meeting can go off the rails when someone brings up an unrelated or unexpected issue. While it might be tempting to address it right away, it's better to postpone it until after the meeting or schedule another meeting for it. Politely steer the conversation back to the agenda and say something like, that's a really important point, but it's not related to our current topic. Let's discuss it later or set up another meeting for it. But now, let's focus on and steer them back to the intention for your meeting. Tip number 5. Record all action items and deadlines. A meeting without action items is a meeting without results. You should always document what needs to be done, who is responsible for it, and when it should be completed. You should also ask the person in charge of each action item how long it will take them or when they can do it by, and write down the agreed date. This will ensure accountability, clarity, and follow-up. Tip number 6. Take effective notes and share them after the meeting. Notes are essential for capturing the key points, decisions, and action items of a meeting. You should learn how to take shorthand notes that are clear, concise, and accurate. After the meeting, you should thank everyone for their participation and send them a summary of the notes, including the action items and deadlines. This will help everyone remember what was discussed and what they need to do next. Tip number 7. Schedule breaks for longer meetings. If your meeting lasts for more than 3 to 4 hours, you should plan for some breaks to let people refresh themselves, grab a coffee, use the bathroom, etc. Generally, you want to have at least one break in the morning and one for mid-afternoon. Let people know when to come back. You can also provide some snacks and drinks to keep people energized and hydrated. Breaks are important for maintaining attention, concentration, and increasing morale. Tip number 8. Be respectful, courteous, and professional. Now this might seem obvious, but it's worth mentioning. You should always treat your colleagues with respect, courtesy, and professionalism, regardless of their position, opinion, or personality. You should follow some basic rules of etiquette, such as be punctual, be prepared, Be attentive, be constructive, be concise, be polite, and be positive. These simple gestures will make a big difference in how your meeting goes and how your colleagues perceive you. Tip number 9. Be mindful of the time. If someone essential to the meeting is running late, it's generally acceptable to wait for up to 5 to 10 minutes. However, avoid waiting longer than 10 minutes as it can be disrespectful to other attendees who attended on time. Consider rescheduling if necessary. Finally, tip 10. Equip yourself with some light conversation topics to fill any silent gaps before the meeting starts. Try to avoid awkward silences, but it helps set a positive tone for forthcoming discussions. It's nothing worse than sitting in an office and being really awkward around each other. Let me know in the comments if you want me to make a video about this in the future. So there you have it, top 10 tips for meeting etiquette that'll make you a pro at hosting professional meetings. If you follow these tips, you will see a huge improvement in your meeting performance and you will impress your colleagues with your professionalism. Do you have any stories about meetings that didn't go well? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Oh, and by the way, I did promise people staying to the end would get a template for sending out invites for the meetings, and I'll link that in the description.